Good evening, anyone. And first of all, thanks to End Ignorance people for this great opportunity for us to talk about Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. Thank you, Omar. Thank you. Who is Sea Shepherd Conservation Society? I think that image speaks by itself. Just show this movie. Where is my movie?
By hitting the Sierra, we struck a blow for the whales by damaging the entire pirate whaling industry, which is now under international investigation.
This is the Canadian harp seal hunt. Tradition, driven by money, is not reason enough to break the environment. Two men stand between an icebreaker and the seals. All have initiated this effort of using the bulking fur of the seals as a new industry.
Japanese officials to meet with him at the bargaining table, and the slaughter of dolphins on Iki Island ended.
Hope you appreciate it. Paul Watson created Sea Shepherd in 1977 in order to enforce international laws of conservation of ecosystems. We intervene against illegal fishing and whaling activities on open waters worldwide. Our actions are all legal because we are acting against illegal activity. We are covered by the World Nature Charter for the Nature, ratified by the United Nations in 1982. For over than 35 years, we have been navigated worldwide tracking any form of illegal activities on whaling, saving this way 3,600 whales, 800 bluefin tunas on the Mediterranean Sea. We are saving seals, dolphins, sharks, thousands of lives this way. We are now on campaign for the 9th year in Antarctica to save whales from illegal Japanese whaling fleets. Last year, we could save 768 whales on a quota of 1,000 whales, and we're happy of that. This year, we will get 4 ships, 2 helicopters, drones, and the campaign name is Zero Tolerance. That means 0 whales killed. Now, let's travel to the Galapagos Islands. The Galapagos is famous around the world because of its unique wildlife and endemic species of flora and fauna, and maybe because too Charles Darwin bases his theory of evolution there. Galapagos is a wonderful landscape, and I think that Paul Watson himself will talk to you about Galapagos better than me. It's a short movie, 1 minute.
We live in a very anthropocentric culture. That means that we respect and revere things which are created by human beings, and we give very little thought to the natural beauties of our world. So unique, which has such an incredible history when it comes to, the study of evolution. If we can't protect that place, how can we protect anywhere else? This is, in a way, is a very sacred place. It's very hard to have respect for any other ecosystem if we can't respect the one ecosystem which is most renowned on this planet for being so unique.
As Paul Watson said, if we cannot save the Galapagos, we cannot save anywhere else in the world. And if we cannot save the Galapagos, we cannot save the ocean. If we cannot save the ocean, we will die. And during the last centuries, the archipelagos of Galapagos used to face many exploitations, such as whaling, silver trades, and also the impact of the Second World War. It became an emergency to protect it. That's why it has been designated as a World Heritage, but the Galapagos has been removed the status of endangered list in 2010. And we have the responsibility to defend it and to protect and conserve this unique and precious area. The Galapagos Marine Reserve is the second largest reserve marine of the world, covering around 1,300 square kilometers. And fishermen are coming worldwide to fish in these precious waters. One of the problems that the Galapagos and that we are facing worldwide and we are increasingly experiencing inside the Galapagos Marine Reserve is the exploitation of the marine resources. Fishing in the Galapagos is normally well regulated, but despite these rules, illegal fishing is still represent the most serious threat of the marine reserve. For example, long lines. Long lines can cover 10 to 100 miles actually, inside the marine reserve. And long lines is the most significant factor significant factors of the diminishment of sharks. We killed 1,000 sharks per year. I will talk about it then. Sea cucumbers, seahorses, and sea lions are still poached in the Galapagos, and they are really now endangered. 1,000 million sharks per year. It's huge. We reduced their population to 10% worldwide. Just to tell you about that, fishermen catch the shark. They remove the fin and throw the rest of the body still alive deep inside the ocean. The shark is dying from a long agonizing death, and we killed 90% of them. So, what we are doing in the Galapagos is, thanks to an agreement with the Ecuadorian government and the Galapagos National Park Service, we are maintaining a Sea Shepherd, a very efficient, a strong presence since 2000, focusing on the protection of this unique and special area. We're providing them logistic and financial support to support the National Park Service. For example, the Canine Unit. Canine Unit is a special unit with dogs trained to smell and sniff the fin of sharks and seahorses and species on port and airport. We also educate young people, for example, with this type of book, to explain them about the biology of shark, why we have to protect them, and where they are killed today. But what we are doing in the Galapagos is developing communication and marine patrol tools to increase the efficiency of the authorities. And this is what we will develop today. So, thanks to a generous donation by an NGO, a Dutch NGO, Emergency Communication Without Frontiers, we could install the radio communication systems for the authorities and to increase their efficiency. And thanks to another Dutch organism donation, this organism is the postcode lottery, we could install automatical identification system to have a better control of the fishing activity on the marine reserve. So before installing AIS, Automatical Identification System, we had the VMS, the Vessel Monitoring System. So with that, it allowed to detect any suspicious vessels thanks to some satellite receptors installed on board of some vessels. And this way, any suspicious movement was detected. It was great, efficient, but not enough. It has its limits. It was limited because some small fisher vessels and foreign vessels didn't have this type of satellite and still remained undetectable and couldn't be monitored. That's why Sea Shepherd installed AIS, Automatic Identification System.